Good evening, children. And we're going to take another chapter today in English. Lesson number 20, all about glass. Well, what is that noise all about? All the shattering of the glasses and all the scattering of the glass pieces everywhere around. So today we are going to learn more about all about glass. Lesson number 20, all about glass. Now, when we look around, we can see many beautiful things which are made of glass. For example, the light bulbs, bottles, jars, reading glasses, the glasses that the people wear. So those are reading glasses, and the window panes, everything, most of the things rather, are made from glass. Now the question here is, where does this glass come from? And how is glass made? Now glass is made, it is a man-made thing, so it is made which is very clear and transparent looking, is actually made from sand. So this is really very amazing and unbelievable, because nobody can think that, oh, the transparent glass which is very smooth and looking very clear can be made from sand. Glass is made by heating a mixture of clean white sand and chemicals like soda and lime. The mixture is heated in a furnace till it turns into a hot liquid. When it cools down, it becomes stiff and hard. So this is the entire, when we go to a factory where they make glass, you can always see that what are the different mixtures they make with it. Then, for example, the soda ash, the lime, okay. Then you have a lot of things like, the sand is already put inside, and all this mixture is sent into the regenerator with a very high flame. Okay, it's a furnace, and it is you can see the glass material being poured there, and when the heat is applied, it starts melting, and once it is melted, it turns into semi-liquid, and that semi-liquid is poured into the mold. So these are all blank molds, and once the molds are filled, then they are shaped accordingly. You can see this, that they are shaped molds, and then you get the lovely, what you can say is different articles of glass. Okay, and when it cools down, you get a different bottle shaped, and then they are packed, and then they are transported to some other warehouses or to the shops where they are sold. How is glass shaped? So when it is still hot and soft, it can be shaped into different articles. Once the glass cools down, it is very difficult, because then it becomes brittle, because the moment you try to shape, it will break into pieces. So you cannot shape the glass when it cools down, but when it is hot, you can always shape the glass and even blow into a desired shape. So it can be poured, it can be molded, it can be rolled. You have already seen the molding of this glass in the picture. It can be pressed into flat sheets. So all these desired shapes are got when the glass is still hot. Now, what happens when the glass is still in the liquid form? It can be poured into molds and shaped into various articles. We have already seen it in the picture. There it goes. So you can see the mold there. So there is a liquid inside. That's the glass liquid, and it has been poured into that mold. Could be they are giving the shape of a glass. The next is, it can be rolled out to make flat sheets. So these are the flat sheets of glass. Next is the gobs of hot liquid glass. I told you when heat is applied which is of a high temperature, what happens is the gobs of hot liquid can be blown into bottles. You have to blow it out. Okay, blow it out and you can get bottles, bulbs, or the desired shapes, and even made into thin fibers or glass wools. So you can see the lovely lit bulbs over there, right? And then we go to the properties of glass. Now, what are the different properties or the features of glass? The glass is transparent. Can you see the glass? Yes. Which we drink water from? Yes. So that's transparent. It is strong and hard. In what way? We use our glasses, reading glasses are strong and they are hard, right? And not easily broken. Then you have, it is impermeable. Impermeable means it cannot absorb water. For example, you have the glass here. The glass, what happens is when you pour water, it will not get drained off, right? It will remain in the glass. So that is the meaning of the word. It is impermeable. It cannot absorb water. How we have the sponge. When you pour water on the sponge, what happens? It absorbs all the water. Suddenly you find that topmost layer of the sponge becomes dry. Why? Because it has absorbed all the water inside. So that is the property of the sponge. Now glass is impermeable because it cannot absorb water. Next is, it is stain free and non-soggy, means even if you take a scrub, if the glass becomes very dirty, even if it has stains of iron rust or something, what happens is you take a scrubber, you scrub it nicely, what happens? It turns into a clear and it becomes stain free. It is non-soggy. Once you put paper in the water, what happens? The whole paper becomes very soggy. But it is not so with the glass. That's the reason why you can store different liquids in the glass. And very important thing is, it is different from plastic. When you store water in the plastic, what happens? It starts smelling. Even if in the water bottle, when you're using it for the first time, what happens? You pour water, you start drinking, you get a plastic smell. But this is not there in the glass. Okay, that's the reason why many acids in the laboratory are stored in the glass bottles. So it is very manageable. It's very it can be cleaned properly and easily, and above all, it looks very beautiful. That's the reason why you can see various apparatus which are used in the laboratory of different shapes. Colored glass. Ordinary glass is colorless. Colored and transparent glass is produced by adding chemicals. So you have different colors you'll get. Usually it is colored and transparent, but once you add chemicals to it, you get different colors. That's the blue, then the violet, then the turquoise, then you have ruby red, then you have pink, then amber, then orange, then deep yellow, purple, then amethyst, which is closer to purple, then dark green, black, and the screen that you see is white. So I'll not put white. So it is, you can understand the meaning of the word white. So all these different colors can be obtained by adding chemical to the colored and transparent glass. So stained glass. Stained glass is, you can see this glass, a beautiful statue of Mother Mary there, and they are usually found in churches. Okay. They are usually found in churches. So other decorative articles and sculptures can also be made using the stained glass. Recycling, very important point in all of glass is recycling. Recycling means how we can protect the nature by recycling the pieces of small broken glass. Old glass can be recycled any number of times. Then what happens is, it saves a lot of cost, because the new material that is required to make new glass will cost much more, but all the old or the recycled glass will cost less. That saves a lot of energy. That energy which is saved can power the television for 20 minutes. You can watch the television of the saved energy. You can watch the television which can be powered for 20 minutes. So it is 100% recyclable. Nothing is wasted, but you can recycle it easily. So recycling is one of the unique features of the glass. So that's all for the chapter of all of glass. The notes will be sent later. So thank you.